Let's get stuck in. Right, let's kick off with our skills programs. We have a digital music production short course series, a series of 3 different short courses, introduction, intermediate and advanced in music production, presented in FL Studio, which is gaining popularity, very popular in this part of the world. Also has become a serious contender in music technology. So if you're interested in getting into electronic music production, want to start creating your own music, this is a very good place to start. Moving on to our accreditation. The full-time programs at EMENDY, music technology as well as game development, are accredited. The institution is quality assured by the Council of Higher Education. We're registered with the Department of Higher Education and Training, and all of our full-time courses are registered with SACWA. On the industry side of things, on the music tech, we are an avid learning partner. So those are the guys that make Pro Tools, and we've been a Steinberg certified training center for years now. All right, so moving on to the Higher Certificate in Creative Music Technology. This is a 1-year program in QF Level 5. You need to have a matric with a Higher Certificate pass to go into this program. And it is a really well-rounded qualification. If you're not interested in committing to 3 years worth of study, it's a really nice way to actually get into music technology and up your skills. We have had students that have gone through the Higher Certificate, ended up working in studios and actually building up their experience and being able to actually engage better with the industry. This qualification consists of 6 different modules, 4 of which are shared with the first year of the Diploma in Music Technology, which we're going to go through just now. So first up, studio sound engineering. This is the foundation in sound engineering, where you will learn the theoretical components, but also how to set up microphones, how to actually connect all of the different elements in a studio, how to record a variety of instruments, edit, mix, and also export and master your tracks as well, so that you can take your projects from sort of demos into something that is a little bit more polished. Music Production Technique 1. It's a really exciting time to get into music technology. You can literally make a hit track with a pair of headphones and a laptop. This module is aimed at taking the technology out of the equation so that the technology serves your creative vision rather than you having to fight the technology to try and actually get it to do what it is that you want. Music software CUBASE. So CUBASE is a very well established DAW. If you've been to the movies, or when we can go to the movies again, most of the composers for film choose CUBASE as their weapon of choice. It's also very popular on the electronic music production scene, and has been around for ages. We've been presenting courses in CUBASE since before it had a number. Second software module is FL Studio. Has been ported to Mac now, so it's available on our systems and has become something that is worthy of interest in the world of music production. It's used by too many people so that it can be ignored, and it's actually really become something of a iconic DAW in certain genres. And we're very proud to be partnering with ImageLine in incorporating a popular DAW into a higher education program. Modern Music Theory 1. There's nothing modern about music theory, but the way that it is presented will take into account more modern examples. And it's important to understand the language of music to be able to create with more freedom and to be able to actually know the rules of the game, which will allow you to actually play the game better. Hand in hand with the modern music theory is ear training 1. This is what I see as the development of your musical imagination. If you're able to actually hear differences in pitches and actually imagine what intervals sound like, you can think the music that you want to create rather than stumbling upon it. And nobody can take that away from you. As part of the 1-year program, we also have some soft skills. Soft skills as in the things that you don't necessarily learn in school, how to actually make use of what it is that you're learning to be able to move on with it and actually apply it. So we have the communication, information, and research. This is not a credit-bearing module, but we found that it really helps students to be able to actually manage their time better, go through the research methodologies. There's information is available, but how you actually sort through that information, how you critique it, how you develop your knowledge from that is very important. And we found that it has yielded some really good results in terms of actually being able to use those techniques and methodologies to improve your digital awareness, and also how you improve your own knowledge in this world where there is actually an overabundance of information. Industry preparation and orientation, also a non-credit bearing module. And the idea behind this module is to prepare you to enter the job market, to teach you how to present yourself, how to put a CV together, what to put forward, how to take the skills you've learned, your creativity, and actually leverage that in the marketplace. All right, moving on to the Diploma in Music Technology. This is a 3-year program, so slightly longer commitment. You need a matric with a diploma pass or an equivalent NQF level 4 qualification. And let's go through the different modules. As I mentioned, the diploma shares 4 modules with the higher certificate. So we've got studio sound engineering, music production technique, modern music theory, and ear training, which are included. But the diploma is based on what has become a bit of a standard in the industry, which is Pro Tools. So in the course of your studies, you'll have the opportunity to get certified as an operator in music and post-production. But in the first year, what we're going to be doing is the Pro Tools 101 and 110, which will give you user certification. This is internationally recognized. The same courseware is presented all over the world. Music game audio is the other element that's included, and it introduces other applications for music technology. As things evolve, it'll be important to actually be able to write something that can actually change depending on the mood of the person that is listening to it, what decisions they're making within a virtual environment, and that sort of thing. So it's a very exciting sort of eye-opener as to different ways of making use of music technology in other media. Right, second year modules. Also a set of 6. So we've got a follow-up to the studio sound engineering, where in the first year you'll learn how to set up, record, mix. Here we're refining those skills, as in recording something that makes sense for a particular song, mixing to bring out the character within a production. Live sound engineering. At the moment, not so many shows and concerts and that sort of thing, parties and what have you, but hopefully when the world settles down, everybody will be in need of large gatherings, parties, pumping sound. Music brings people together, and we want our graduates to be able to support the live performers with good technical knowledge, to be able to provide really good quality sound and promote music as an art form. Music production technique 2, you'll be doing remixes, creating soundtracks for advertising, and a variety of other things as well. So actually expanding your skill set. Music business. Music business 1 focuses on the South African music industry. You'll learn about all of the different players, contracts, as well as branding, how to actually go about navigating what is a very fluid market at the moment. Things are changing quite quickly. And that's why we feel it's important that our students have contextual knowledge of the industry in which they want to get involved. Ear training 2, where ear training 1 was more of a music theory base. This is more technical, so it'll help you to determine what frequencies are problematic, what you can do to enhance a sound. Modern music theory 2. There's usually a question that comes up relating to, do I need to have any musical theory knowledge to be able to do these courses? It is an advantage, but we do start from grassroots and build up from there. In Music Theory 2, you'll learn the tools to be able to actually work with other producers, other musicians. You'll be able to contribute to a project. Moving on to the third year. So up until now, all of the modules are compulsory. When we go into third year, there are 3 compulsory modules, and then you'll need to make a choice of electives. Starting off with audio post-production, this is a core module and expands the possibilities for employment. Any kind of visual needs audio to go with it. There's specific technical requirements that go with it, as well as it's a different world. So learning audio post, you'll learn how to do dialogue, Foley, sound effects, do some sound design and that sort of thing as well. We'll also go into take the mixing out of the stereo domain into 360 degrees with some binaural stuff over headphones, as well as some surround sound mixing. Music business and entrepreneurship. Question that comes up all the time is, are there jobs? And the answer is yes. But in a lot of cases, you need to make a job for yourself. The business entrepreneurship module is focused on actually getting our students to start thinking about what the next step is, and actually planning for what the next step is. You'll have the support of other entrepreneurs who will be able to actually give you guidance and evaluate what it is that you are thinking of doing and potentially even invest in it. Synthesis and sound design. This is one of the electives. And will give you an in-depth understanding of what it takes to make a sound from the ground up. Actually go from nothing, from a blank canvas, to be able to actually design any sound that you can imagine by understanding the technology that is used to be able to create those sounds. Studio Sound Engineering 3, also an elective. So it's for those that want to be behind the glass, that don't necessarily want to make their own music, but record, mix, and master the music that is being made by other people. And in the course of this module, you'll produce 2 fully fledged EPs. Over the past couple of years, we've had students actually releasing those EPs. Electronic music production. So this is for those that are into creating electronic music. Not only will you put together 2 full EPs as part of this, but you'll also perform it live in front of an audience, adding some elements of interactivity, actually pushing the envelope in terms of what can be done with music technology in the electronic music domain. Media music composition. This is also a portfolio-based elective where you'll put together a portfolio of work of compositions for different media, game trailers, advertising, film, and learn different compositional techniques. It's a very exciting way of applying music technology in support of other forms of media. Music industry praxis. This module is an internship which is required for all of our students that are on the diploma program, and it's to break the catch-22 of you need a job to get experience and you need experience to get a job. So what this means is that if you graduate from EMENDY, you don't only leave with a piece of paper that says you've got a diploma, you've also got some input on your CV which shows that you have got some real-world experience, and you will also have built up some contacts within the industry which will allow you to actually go out there and hopefully be as successful as you can be.